Hey guys, Maria Menounos here. Hope you tune into my show, Untold with Maria Menounos, this Thursday night at 8 on E!
You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
It was a graveyard smash.
Look at the mesh. This is fun. I love Halloween, and sorry, America, that we could not dress up today. But we are missing Steve. We can't do anything without Steve. Are you kidding?
Plus, his costume sounded awesome.
Right? Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm your host, Jessie Owen, and welcome to Modern Family Season 6, Episode 6, Halloween 3, AwesomeLand. And these are my lovely co-hosts,
Carli Garsow.
And I'm Britta Garsow.
How are you guys doing?
Good. I love Halloween and Halloween-themed episodes.
I know. I'm really sad that we weren't able to dress up. But your prediction, who did the prediction?
Britta was the one that called the Halloween episode.
Yeah, I was like, I know they have to do it because Claire loves Halloween.
Right, it wouldn't be Modern Family without a Halloween episode.
It was so good. It
I
didn't
know.
disappoint.
And I kind of wish, before we get into it, I will say that I wish that they would have stuck with the asylum thing, but we will get into that later. So let's get started.
Okay.
The first topic we're going to talk about is Waldo. Where's Waldo?
I loved Lily's costume. It was so authentic. Like, even her little hair sticking out the side, it looked just like the cover of the book.
It did. Lily, and she's such a character, she just brought a lot of life to it, but I think it's hilarious that Cam cannot find him.
I know.
It's like I've heard of people being colorblind, but is it possible to be stripe blind, I guess?
know.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like she's right there. Like, even when he was, like, looking for her, like, he couldn't even find her.
It's funny. He even had to call Mitchell to find her in, like, the schoolyard, like, okay, tell me where she is. And then he's like, oh, she's by the trash can, and the guy or person dressed like a homeless man. He goes, okay, I see her, and I don't think that's a child, so I should probably go tell an adult.
He said it's probably go tell a grown-up.
A grown-up.
So, so
he's a
funny.
grown-up.
It's so funny.
But yeah, Waldo, aren't those children's books too? So like children are supposed to be able to find Waldo, and it's so funny.
It was hard as a kid, though.
Yeah, but Cam's like a grown adult.
Yeah, I mean,
Waldo.
it's like brain exercises. Like, you're using, you're trying to find something,
I know. It's a really good idea for a costume, though. I feel like not a lot of people do
And
it.
breaks gender rules.
Yes.
She's not a princess. She's Waldo.
And she must really love Waldo because she immediately knew another character for him to
I
go
know,
as. And I
right?
was like, I don't even know what that is.
Like, but how funny was that? Whitebeard, and it was like, he looked like Dumbledore.
Gandalf.
Yeah, like just long beard. Like that hair was like, I don't even know, like flipped down on the end. Like so funny.
He definitely looked like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Or, wait, yeah, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Yes, okay, dog it now, but.
No, I haven't either.
Okay, good.
I've seen one of them.
I've seen one,
Yeah, but it was really long.
Right. I'm sure it's a great movie.
Yes, me
But
too.
I love how, like, Cam, like, works so hard. And it was almost like tonight was the first time I've actually seen Cam and Mitch, like, they've always worked together as a team, but actually be together and be on the same page.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
I loved how he was like, your father worked so hard, exhibit A, exhibit B, and he, like, really showed her, like, all the stuff that, she did. And I know as a child I did this, and I'm sure every child goes through this stage where they don't really appreciate the things that their parents are doing for them.
Definitely.
And, like, we only see, like, the bad stuff. Oh, they couldn't come here, they couldn't do this, but we don't see all the other sacrifices that they're making.
I definitely appreciated seeing them work together because I feel like their parenting styles are so different. Like, Cam is kind of like always wants to have fun, kind of carefree, and Mitchell's a lawyer, so he's more stern, I feel like, with Lily, and more like in control of situations. And so it was nice to see how they worked together as a couple and as fathers. And I did like how they didn't like let Lily play the victim. Like, she was like, oh well, like he's late and taking me trick-or-treating, and they could have let her feel sorry for herself, but then Mitchell explained, like, no, he did all this for you, and he was working, like, basically to provide for her as well, and then he got home, and he can still take her trick-or-treating, and so I, like, appreciated that they didn't just let her pout.
Right. But, you know, Cam did. I think if it would have just been Cam, because he was sitting there apologizing, oh, I'm sorry, you know, it's my fault. I do put football over it. But, I mean, it's probably hard, like, you know, especially having a coach for a dad, because they would be at the games, and it would be annoying to hear about football, and you're a little girl, and you want to play, and, you know, she's used to having Cam at the house all the time and being with him all the time. So I'm sure that's, like, hard, but it's nice to see those life little lessons.
Yeah, it is.
That we realize when we get older.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when Mitchell stood up for him. Not because he wouldn't do it, but they've never, like you said,
never
showed
really
that
shown
before,
it.
really.
They're
the
co-parenting.
Yeah, so it was nice to see.
Yeah, and I'm glad Mitch finally got a win. I mean,
know, after 4 losses in
yeah,
court.
and I wish that, I mean, obviously they had to have, like, you know, some kind of conflict going on there, but I almost wish he would have put on the glasses while she was dressed as the spider, just to get the whole court going, and I think he could have, like, won. It would have been nice to see that change, like, oh, Cam, you were right, like, they, you know.
That would have been a good idea.
But that costume was hilarious.
It was so good.
Spider costume, like, she's
never seen
typing
that.
away,
And it was
they're
just,
like moving.
It's like a tarantula too. It was like furry
And she looked so serious. Like
she wasn't even wearing a crazy costume.
Like, she acted like she was dressed in normal clothes. Like, why are you staring at me, everyone?
It was so funny.
And I thought it was hilarious how the judge was even kind of, like, annoyed. Can we ask the court stenographer to take her costume off? And it's like, I don't know, that was cute. But I don't think in real life, like, people in the courtroom can dress up.
That wouldn't be allowed. No idea. I doubt it.
I feel like maybe for, like, civil cases, like something small, but what he was talking about seemed pretty dramatic, and that it was almost like making fun of it. So.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't think, like, jurors would be able to laugh at a costume because, I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's like a distraction.
Yeah, so... I mean, it was funny, but...
Unrealistic, but it was funny.
Yeah.
It was unexpected. Like, I didn't expect her to walk in with this spider costume.
She's like, oh, my cab was late. I mean, can you imagine just walking in somewhere like that?
I know, it's so nonchalant.
Because whenever we were going to come here dressed up, I was like, now what can I walk into AFTERBUZZ wearing?
Right? Yeah. Whoa there.
I know, it's like when in elementary school and things, when you used to be able to wear your costume to school. But
that was so fun.
Yeah, but you wanted to, like, make sure it wasn't like
you were the only one wearing one. Appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always nerve-wracking.
And for some reason, they don't make that many appropriate women's costumes these days.
That's true. Don't, even the children's ones.
Right? It's like, whoa. But, you know, I've always heard Halloween is a reason for girls to dress up. Like,
yeah, Mean Girls taught us that.
Yeah. It's Wednesday and we're not wearing pink.
I know.
Okay, I just referenced Mean Girls.
I loved it.
You're wearing orange for the Halloween spirit.
I did.
So
I did wear orange. The only orange thing I own.
And I don't.
But that's okay. Orange isn't everybody's color. It's okay. Anyways, we're going to move on to Jay and Gloria and this wig for Prince Charming.
It was pretty terrible. He loved it, but...
Yeah, it reminded me of, this is so bad, Bruce Jenner's hair.
Okay, I see it. I definitely
what
see
you're
it.
talking about.
It was weird, and he was, like, swaying it. Oh, gosh, it was just so, ugh.
Yeah, he looks better without hair.
He does.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it made him feel young again, but his face is not fitting. Like, it's weird.
It didn't fit together. It looked fake.
But it was funny how that guy came up to me and was like, Ben Franklin, right? And it's like, oh, gosh.
And actually, like, he does look like Ben Franklin.
He should have just put a white wig on.
I know. It was funny. But I love that Gloria gets so into couples costumes because I feel like she's like so perfect looking. She could be whatever and look great. But she like tries to include Jay and tries to do it all cute.
Yeah, and he said he hates it because he always ends up being like the ugly thing. But I think she was thinking of couples costumes in a loving way. Yeah. But it's funny that they didn't go as the same thing. And Gloria was Princess Fiona. And I don't know if anyone saw Colton Haynes this year. Do you know who he is? He's an actor. He's on Arrow. And he was on Teen
Vampire
Wolf.
Diaries.
Vampire.
Or no,
Teen Wolf. He was on
right,
Teen
yeah.
Wolf. And he is like this gorgeous specimen of a human being. And he dressed as Princess Fiona, and it like blew up the internet because you turned this like such good looking man into this like chubby like green Princess Fiona. Like he had like stuff
so
on his
great.
face. Like I will have to show you a picture. But if anyone's seen it, like please comment and say how much you loved it.
It was
'cause
the best thing I've
I'm
ever
like,
seen. It made me love him 10
I know,
times
I'm like,
more.
this is so great. Like, he could have been anything, like, sexy, and he chose to be, like, Princess Fiona.
That's so funny. I really want to see this picture now.
It's so
I
funny.
know.
It's been even I think Online even reported it on Instagram. Like it's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like, I already followed him on Instagram, so I saw it when he posted the pictures, but then everyone was writing about it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'll have to definitely check that out.
Yeah.
But I thought, God, now I can't even think of her name because I'm thinking about that guy.
Gloria?
Gloria. Yeah, I thought she pulled it off pretty well. Like,
she was great.
I love how the whole family got involved. When I have a family one day, I mean, I have a family, but when I have my
your own
my
family.
personal
Yeah.
family that I make, I really want to like have like a group dress up thing.
It's really cute
I thought,
idea.
I mean, you had the donkey and the cat. Who else were we missing? I feel like we were missing someone in the group, like a character for Shrek.
Oh, for Shrek? Well,
The donkey, the
Fiona,
cat.
Shrek.
I
Oh,
hate
Puss in Boots? Well,
That's a cat.
I wish
yeah.
he would have gone as Shrek though, because it would have made more sense. Because Prince Charming, she left Prince Charming, and Prince Charming
I
was
know.
short.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I
you're
thought
right.
it would have been a cute idea for him to go as Shrek.
Yeah,
Like,
but
everyone
I
would've
also
loved it.
appreciate that he like stood up for himself. Like, no, like I want to do my own costume and just went. And
But
did
then
his
he
own
just
thing.
ended up looking like Ben Franklin. So, guys, listen to your girlfriends when it comes to Halloween.
What was Manny, by the way? Was he Frank Sinatra?
That's who we were missing.
Yeah.
Where was Manny?
Yeah, he wasn't even.
He was dressed like Frank Sinatra, but
I don't
wasn't
even
sure.
remember seeing him.
He was briefly when they were trick or treating, and he said some quote, and Jay's like, "Manny, that's the third time you've said that tonight. Like, stop it or something."
Oh.
And he looked like Frank Sinatra, so I'm not really sure if that's what he was.
Yeah, I wish they would have.
I must have been
More
writing.
Manny.
Yeah, it was
I
really
actually
brief.
missed
It was
it,
really
too.
brief.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dressed in like a gray suit, tie, cap. Looked like Frank Sinatra. Not sure if he was.
He would be Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
that
makes
It's
sense.
his character.
Music.
So we'll have to. But then what was he talking about being earlier? Didn't he say like a sexy luau dancer or something like that?
What? Where
Oh,
were we?
that
I
would've
don't
been-
remember any of
He
this.
said he's like, I'm trying to think about Halloween costumes. Maybe I misheard him.
Can you imagine him in like a luau get up, like holding
Coconut?
like a pig or something?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think I could
That-
definitely. But he said something else too. But yeah, I think he was Frank Sinatra. I'm gonna have to look that up though, because we all missed it. What he was.
He
Yeah,
must
that's
have been
funny.
busy this week.
I know.
Okay, one more thing I do want to say about the wig, though. I don't know if y'all have boyfriends or whatever, or anybody who has boyfriends, or when you have a boyfriend. What do you think? Would you rather your husband have hair, get plugs, or would you rather him just be all natural? What do you think is sexy?
Natural.
Natural. I mean, we're so young. Like, my boyfriend has a lot of hair.
Well, I'm talking
but,
about like if you
in
were
the-
there, like if you were like Gloria and
In
Jay's
Gloria's
age.
older.
shoes. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think everyone ages, and it is easier for females to like females can always get hair extensions when they start to lose hair and things like that. So it's harder for males, I feel like, to do things cosmetically with their look. But I just think, everyone gets older and just own it. Like, just be yourself.
I agree.
Right.
I
Right.
think if you love someone, like, their hair doesn't matter, kind of
I think
thing.
confidence. I think Gloria nailed it. Confidence will make any man sexy or at least a
Exactly.
little cute. Because I mean, some people are like, ugh, but then they have a really good personality. And
Yeah.
like, he could be cute.
And Jay has a lot of confidence, and like Gloria said that before. That's what the thing she like loves about him. So, yeah.
But I liked how we saw him get so excited. Like it's funny because we see him get excited about little things, but like never about his appearance or
That's
anything. Because he's
true.
always talking about how he's old and he, Gloria's beautiful and he's like an old man. But this time we actually got to see him like get real excited and talk about how he felt young again.
It
and
was nice to see.
I'm sure it's really liberating for an older person to feel young again.
Definitely.
sure.
Anything you can do, even just for a brief moment, to feel younger, I'm sure is always fun.
Right.
Yeah, even like our age, like I like acting like I'm 7 sometimes, like coloring and stuff. It's fun.
Coloring liberating for you.
It is liberating. I haven't colored in a long time, but I'd like to.
Good. We should cuddle. We should color. I almost said we should cuddle. God, what is wrong with me? Before we go into the next topic, I just want to tell everyone to go on iTunes, YouTube, give us 5 stars if you love us, comment. We love your comments, even if they're mean. We like them too.
Yes.
So rate us and all that good stuff. Anyways, and check out, I'm sure y'all heard the ad too, check out Maria's new show, Untold, with Maria Menounos. So anyways, let's get into the next topic, which is Claire and Phil in their asylum, insane asylum.
Claire has a sick obsession with Halloween, and I love it.
I love it too.
I know. I love it when people really go out and, like, really want to scare you. Because, I mean, if you notice, like, I've noticed, like, I thought it was just because I was getting older and, like, you don't really get into Halloween. But I've noticed that Halloween isn't, like, as big of a deal as it used to be. Like, when I was growing up, like, I remember my whole neighborhood would shut down and, like, everybody would be out, like, forever. And it was just so much fun. Yeah. And now it's, like, nobody really even celebrates.
I know. Like, even our roommate was like, oh, I wonder if, like, I don't even think people trick or treat over here, do they? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't really picture it. But yeah, like, back home, it was huge.
And it's so funny because back home, like, usually around this time, it's so cold that, like, you couldn't even wear your costume as a kid, so you'd have to wear, like...
For the first 2 years, our mom made us be mice, but that really just meant snowsuits with, like...
Yeah, like, you were, like, snowsuits. So, like, so then you move here, and, like, when you don't see kids trick-or-treating, you're like, come on, kids. Like, you can actually wear your costume, like, without a snowsuit.
We're gonna be snow mice every year.
Oh my God, all I'm envisioning is, like, have you ever seen A Christmas Story where his mom puts him in all those clothes and he can't even, like, put his arms down?
Yeah, it was similar. Ours were, like, bright blue, and then we had little mouse ears.
Yeah,
it was pretty cute.
like that.
That's cute.
It was cute. I don't think it was that cold. I think our mom just wanted us to be alarmed just in case.
Oh my gosh. I mean, my mom kind of got into Halloween, I guess. More like a, not scary, but like happy Halloween pumpkins and
decorating.
Fall. Yeah, but I almost wish that she would have been like the Dumpies and, like, turned my whole house into it, like a scary, like, that would have been fun. And that would have really boosted my acting career, Mom.
It would have been fun, and I hate scary movies and stuff like that, so I feel like if I was exposed to that as a child, I wouldn't be so scared of movies.
I don't really like scary, but Halloween, the scary stuff is kind of fun.
It is, and it's fun that you can only do it around this time of year, so I think it's great when people go all out like that.
Have you done the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal?
No.
It's worth it. I went last year.
I'm sure they put on, like
well, I won't go into details, but they do scare you the whole way through. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, my ears were ringing after for screaming, but I'm like, they can't touch me. They can't touch me, and I just kept going.
That sounds so fun, though.
So
that does sound fun.
Sorry, I got off topic. I'm talking about Halloween Horror Nights.
It's a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
But no, I have to be honest. Last year's episode, their Halloween episode with the house and stuff, I kind of liked it better than this year's because I feel like Claire didn't commit all the way.
Yeah, because she was, like, working, and I thought that was weird too, because I feel like she would take off for Halloween. Like, she loves it so much.
Well, she did, he's like, aren't you supposed to be at work?
Oh yeah.
So she ended up not going to work.
Yeah.
But I did like last year's because I just loved that episode where everyone just freaks out. Was that last year's where they go through their house?
I thought it was last year's, or it might have been the year before.
Okay. Yeah, but that episode I really loved because they all went all out, and this year we saw, like, Phil and Claire on 2 totally different pages, AwesomeLand and then the insane asylum. So, I mean, in that sense, like, it was more of, like, about their conflict, I felt like, than the actual scary Halloween house that they were doing. But I still really liked it. I liked seeing Phil's idea of Halloween.
I know, it was so cute.
It just reminded me of something that you should decorate your house at Christmas.
Yeah, like, I mean, I didn't prefer it. I thought it was, like, a little too much, but...
Yeah, if I would have been Claire, I would have been like, look, dude, this is Halloween. It's about scary time. You can make your happy time at Christmas.
That's
like,
true.
I'm going to win this money. This is for the family.
Yeah, and it's like her thing.
I was going to say, that's her holiday. Like, everyone that watches the show knows Claire loves Halloween. So it's funny that I felt like she was just letting Phil have it without even being upset about it until the contest came up. But in reality, like, I feel like Phil would just know, like, Claire does Halloween. It's not my thing. Like, just hands off.
And I figured he would have been like, oh, our family's better. Because, I mean, they've already, like, it from the beginning, it's kind of been like this, we're better than you kind of back and forth. So I'm surprised that he wasn't like, oh, there's a contest. Let's win. Like, I think it would have been so much fun to see, like, each family going back and forth and like trying to even like sabotage each other's like Halloween.
That would
like,
have been funny. I really like them as characters, the neighbors, Amber and Ronnie.
Yeah.
Right.
So weird that they said they had a house of horrors and there was dead whores on the lawn. And I was like, why are we not talking about this? Like,
oh, yep, I heard that right.
Whore. Like they still never talked about it. It's so weird.
He was like, he said whore. But that girl, she did some good acting. Like because you know, y'all said that y'all assumed that she was lying, but you know, it never even occurred to me. I was like, oh wow, she's really messed up.
I thought that she was doing really great, and I can believe that she was crazy, but I just thought, like, I knew how, like, they're the ones that told them about the contest, thinking that Claire couldn't do anything scary, like not being threatened at all. So I think when they saw it, they were probably like, whoa, they're gonna win this. So that's the only reason I thought, but I did think her acting was exceptional.
Yeah, I'm sad that they didn't show more of them. I mean, they showed a little bit, but I really hope eventually Claire does get them back in a way.
I do too.
Me too.
They seem kind of scared. But you didn't see their kids either.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I'm sure they were out partying.
Yeah.
We didn't even see really much of the Dumpies kids. But, like, we saw Lily a lot on this episode, but, I mean, it was mainly about, like, Claire and Phil, I felt like.
I loved how Haley was like, beautiful people can be crazy too.
It's like reading People magazine.
Yeah.
That's so great.
I know. She turned her
Gown
into like.
It was actually
a
cute.
wrap
I was
too.
like, God,
Yeah,
She like turned it into a wrap dress. Like, how do you even do that?
how do you? Well, she is fashion.
That's true,
Fashion
yeah.
designer. So, yeah. Do we have any other topics to talk about, guys?
Well, it was Nolan Gold's birthday yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
we wish him a happy birthday.
Sweet 16, he plays Luke, for those of you that
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
16.
Nolan.
Sweet 16.
That's
I
exciting.
wonder what he did. What did he do?
I think
on
he had
his
a party,
pictures?
it said.
Did it? I just saw that Sarah Hyland posted on Instagram, happy birthday to him.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I hope
How
he had a
old
party.
was he when he started this show?
He was
Gosh,
probably
so
like
young.
10
Yeah.
or 12. Because, I mean, well, I say that kids are looking older these days, but to me, everybody looks young.
I agree.
It's crazy. Like, people, like, at work, if I'm, like, checking IDs or whatever, it's like, God, you are 21? Like,
Yeah.
what? You're lying.
I know. Yeah, he actually looks a little younger than 16, kind of.
See, I thought he was maybe like 17 or 18.
Yeah, I would have guessed older just because from when we seen, like, when he started the show, he looked so young, and now just the change in his, like, face even, like, so I would have guessed that he was older, but 16, like, that sounds right.
Yeah. Great birthday.
Yeah.
16.
It's crazy to see the difference, like, if you go back to, like, the really, really older episodes, like, to see how they look then and now. Like, it's crazy.
know.
Like, an old episode was on the other day, and I was like, whoa, Gloria looks so weird.
I know.
Like, it's like she went from beautiful to really high class beautiful.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they all look different.
Phil never changes, I feel like, though.
Yeah.
Maybe his style a little bit, but
Yeah.
I think his hair used to be longer, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking that. But yeah, he does overall doesn't change that much.
Yeah.
The kids, though, all the kids, like Manny included.
But I love it when they have the same kind of characters throughout the show, and you can see them grow up.
It's
like,
the
it's
best.
fun.
It's the best. I know.
the best is Mary-Kate and Ashley. Started off as a brand new baby and then grew up into, like, Michelle Tanner, like,
know.
on screen. That was great.
That is crazy. And now they are what they are.
We love them. They're fashion designers.
I know, but I just wish they'd eat.
They do eat
I
more now.
do.
I really think so. I think they definitely look healthier.
Well, that is good. Healthy's good.
Yes. I know.
All right, guys, let's go into predictions.
Okay. This music
Yeah,
is
perfect
fitting.
for
I know.
Halloween. Ooh, it's okay. I'm gonna go in. It's okay if I start.
Yeah, of course.
I have a weird prediction. Probably won't happen, but I predict that Gloria is going to surprise Jay with a gift to get hair plugs.
Oh, that would be sweet.
That would be nice. So he'd probably have to actually do it then.
That'd be really cool.
I know, like they'd or give him a wig.
Yeah.
But
I don't know that. I don't know. Hollywood can do anything
They
these
can.
days.
They can.
So
and they probably have the budget too. So
yeah, they've been 6 seasons.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely in ABC.
Mhm. I think there'll be more episodes with the neighbors and their kids because we didn't see their kids this episode. So maybe them kind of talking to the Dumfies, like their children. And I also want Andy to come back.
I was gonna say that was my prediction.
Andy and Haley. I want them
forgot
like
about
together.
Andy.
Yeah, so I really want him to come back. I would love to see him on the show like every week. So
Yeah,
that's
I
mine.
definitely think we'll see more of the neighbors, and I think she alluded to the fact that she thought they were becoming friends, and I do want them to become friends because I think they're so different. It'd be so fun to have like the 4 of them interacting all the time. So I definitely want to see more scenes with like Phil and Claire, and then Ronnie and Amber. And it would be fun to see Alex with their son. I forget his name, but see like how their relationship plays out. And yeah, I really want Andy to come back. He's so funny, and I love him with Haley. So I really hope that happens.
I think it's gonna be so funny if they happen to do a scene where like Ronnie and Phil go hang out, and then Claire and Amber hang
Oh,
out.
That would be cute.
And like all the different stuff that happens, I think that would be really fun.
so
But I
funny.
think Ronnie and Phil would have fun together.
Me too.
I think so
Me
too.
too. But Claire would not like Amber.
Not at first.
Or I think Amber might bring out Claire's young side.
Yeah, I think they'll bring out the best in each other. That's why I think they'd be such good friends. And Phil like always is down for a good time, and I feel like Ronnie's so fun and like energetic. So I definitely think they would get along.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see more of the neighbors. They wouldn't have introduced them if they weren't going to be around.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Well, guys,
I think
that was
that's
a good
it.
show.
It was a great episode. Probably my favorite of the season, actually.
Yeah, so far.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I hope next episode is great. But I actually won't be here next week, so it's just y'all and Steve. But that's okay. Oh, and I have to do one more thing. I have to give a shout out to my sister. I love you. I promised I would do that. So
That's sweet.
Yeah.
all right, guys. So have a great show next week. We'll see you
you.
guys next week. Rate us, give us comments, and all that good stuff. Where can we find you guys?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Britta_Garsow.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Carli_Garsow.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Miss Jessie Owen. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
listening.
Happy Halloween.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.